Yo, too much sauce. Yo, angry educated black man in this bitch. Yeah. Hey, hold on, let me turn it down. That's my birthday anthem right there. That came out on my birthday. Too much sauce. I came from South Africa. I'm back. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm here for my audience. I'm glad to be here with y'all again. I've got so much energy. I'm excited. You know, it's another episode of the Angry Educated Black Man coming at you. This is my episode right before I go to Columbia. I got a Gucci concert on Sunday. We got all of the HBCUs coming to New York. My homie from London who's a filmmaker coming down. This motherfucking month is lit. And we got 420, you know, the national day to celebrate and just the plants and nature and the trees. You know, I have a special event that I'll be going to celebrate the plants, the nature, and the trees and the beautiful things that Mother Earth has given us. So be on the lookout for that. And we've got the Angry Educated Black Man website up. You can go visit. Hold on, let me replace too much sauce real quick so I can get lit. You can catch all of my new videos. You can catch all of my old videos. You can catch all of my merchandise. You can find out what we're about. Nigga, we've got the Angry Educated Black Man website. Check it out. It's in my Instagram bio. It's on my Facebook page. It's on my Twitter handle. Wherever you need to find it, you can go there and you can catch all the content that you need. From here on out, you know, we're gonna have an episode every month in New York, but because of my travels, I'm just gonna give you a live travel episode wherever I'm at. But I'm gonna have that one episode a month for you, so enjoy this one. I'm so excited, man. I can't explain how much energy I just got running through me right now. On another note, this incredible journey going across the world has really opened up my eyes to many possibilities. And now I'm excited to pursue a documentary series about kids with learning differences. As I told you before, I have ADHD myself. I think this is something that's important. It should be covered, and we should see how these educators are teaching these children, and we should see what these children are going through. So if you know anybody going through learning differences, if you know educators who are creating new learning environments, let me know. Reach out to me. You know, I'm here to make a great docu-series. I have a couple pilot episodes I'll be premiering soon, so be on the lookout. Check out my website. This is going to be an incredible month, and I got tons of content coming up for you. Of course, there's plenty of things to be angry about as usual. So much shit going on all at once. Sometimes it's just like, like how in the fuck am I going to cover all this shit? So since April's going to be lit, we got to turn up the motherfucking heat. So the Angry Educated Black Man show's about to get angrier because I'm the Angry Educated Black Man, and I'm here for my black, angry, educated audience. What's up, babe? Now what about Sage Steele? Sage Steele ass got dropped from NBA Countdown. They cut that bitch. Hey, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. That's what ESPN said. They cut her. They brought in Michelle Beadle. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. Michelle Beadle be on her shit. And y'all already know how I feel about Sage Steele. Then I saw Sage Steele's ridiculous post where she was talking about, oh, my flight was delayed because people were protesting and this wasn't the time to protest. This is straight coonery. I would have gladly missed my flight if it was about people protesting for other people to be able to get into the country. That's what America's all about. That's what America was built upon. Everybody protesting. Shit, the first thing we did was fucking throw tea in the motherfucking ocean, man. This, let me touch my hair in the middle of the scene. Damn, I'm glad they got rid of her. She don't even be knowing about sports. Her analysis don't be adding nothing. She's not funny. She be seeming tight when she be talking. I'm like, nigga, let me take your job. But I'm just glad they got rid of Sage Steele, bitch ass. I wonder why though. Was there like some backlash because the black community just was not fucking with her? Oh, I feel like the black angry educated audience don't watch that bitch. I know me personally. When she came on the TV, I made it a point to turn the channel. And I like Jalen Rose. But when I seen her on the TV with them, I was like, oh no, I gotta turn, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, it's inconvenient because I can't get on my flight. Bitch, motherfuckers can't get in the country. I hope they remove you from the network permanently. Goodbye. You know, I don't want you to be out of a job, but, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of cool networks ready for you. You know, Fox is looking to expand, and with all the blonde white girls, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, they can find a role for you. You know, you can just laugh and grin and fit in. So I'm sitting editing on my computer. All of a sudden, I see a Facebook post from a homie, like, oh, Romo's retired, R.I.P. And I'm like, wait, retired? I'm like, wait, my nigga Romo, he gonna try to play for another team. He gonna try to play with the Texans, the Broncos or something. Like, I was never a fan of Romo, but I was like, oh, he's finally gonna lead the Cowboys with his fucking disease and is always fucking losing, and he's gonna go play with somebody else. Nah, this fuck nigga just decided to quit. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? Man, all Cowboy fans should look at that shit and see that nigga was never a winner. You never should have supported that nigga. When that nigga fumbled the ball against Seattle, that should have been the motherfucking sign. The problem is Jerry Jones is just motherfucking okay with good and not great, and he should have put pieces around him. Some of that shit ain't all Romo's fault. Nigga got back surgeries and shit. That nigga been playing 14 years in the fucking NFL, and I never played in the motherfucking NFL. getting hit like that and trying to be like a basketball player out there. That nigga got rocked. Ultimately, to me, I say the boy wasn't clutch. He never was clutch. He never even gave us an opportunity to see him go play for somebody else to be clutch. So I ain't think he a gamer. I never fuck with him. I would have gotten rid of his ass a long ass time ago. Fuck nigga coward. I don't give a fuck about his stats, about being the greatest Cowboys passer ever, about being the third best quarterback. The motherfucker didn't win shit. Made motherfuckers complacent with not winning shit, and then when he had a chance to go win shit, he didn't want to do shit. So I call him a fucking coward. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You can say whatever the fuck you want to me, but if it was me, one, I wouldn't be playing football in the first place like a dumbass. But if I'm balling, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. My last season and I got something to show, nigga, I'm going out there and balling, nigga. You see what Ben Roethlisberger did? That nigga said, fuck it, I'm about to go out there and ball. But, how many Super Bowl rings does Ben Roethlisberger have? All right then. So, adios, nigga. Dat Nation, boy. How in the fuck has Colin Kaepernick still not got picked up? And you got motherfucking Jay Cutler on the market? I swear, man, on everything. If Jay Cutler gets picked up, and Colin Kaepernick does not play, and Jay Cutler's sorry ass, who be throwing to motherfucking Alshon Jeffrey like with 20 targets a game, like there's not another receiver on the fucking field, nah, that nigga has to go. How in the hell are you gonna choose a quarterback who ain't never won shit over a quarterback that's been to the Super Bowl, has got legs, has got an arm, is not breakable, injury prone, and who's also down for Black Lives Matter? This doesn't make any sense. This isn't even logical. This is another reason why we shouldn't be watching football in the first place. We just need to transfer to basketball, the international fucking sport. The sports that cares about his people. I don't see the NFL giving a fuck about Colin Kaepernick's future, just like they didn't give a fuck about Ray Rice's future, even though that's a completely different situation. This nigga's about Black Lives Matter. This nigga was about hitting bitches with fists. Goddamn. But this is another example of why we shouldn't be watching the NFL if they can't give a man who's far overqualified a job. Out of all 31 of those teams, and 26 of them got shitty-ass quarterbacks anyway. Then you've got Donald Trump tweeting about, oh, y'all don't need to sign him because he's not a good example for America. No, you just don't like him because he's about Black Lives Matter and stands for things voter base doesn't approve of. Along with Pepsi's bitch ass, I will boycott the motherfucking NFL if Colin Kaepernick does not get signed and Jay Cutler does. Fuck them motherfuckers. Fuck y'all and y'all non-profit, death machine, league-killing motherfuckers for niggas. Fuck y'all. Now on to some very important news. The Syria strike. I saw a funny ass meme that said, I asked what my man Crush Monday was, how he felt about Syria, and he was like, I like Syria, I like Frosted Flakes. That was funny, but let me give you some real opinion. Well, I think this whole Syria missile strike was very complicated. I know that the images, of course, were very horrifying, and seeing those people struck by chemical gas really hurt me, and I'm sure others felt the same way as well, which elicited a response from Trump to fire the missiles. I think it was 53 missiles were fired. They were struck on targets that were firing chemical gas. They told the United Nations and they told other nations they were gonna fire the missiles. And the president had at least 4 meetings before he decided to fire them. It was very calculated with the Pentagon. They targeted out their spots and made sure they destroyed chemical bunkers and aircrafts that could potentially fly out those chemical weapons. I think one of the complicated things about the strike is the president said he was gonna focus on domestic issues. And once again, the U.S. has stuck its head somewhere where not only does Russia not feel that we should stick our heads at, but at the same time, we don't even know if this president is capable of handling a challenge like having an international crisis like this. I mean, a lot of people are panicked. At the same time, I feel like the media's reaction was they were really supportive. The narrative is that because of the horrific images, he felt pressure to go ahead and do something because, you know, it's typical Donald Trump. It's about his ego. He wants to feel good. He wants to please the people. What he's been doing, the decisions haven't been good. And this is the first decision that's going to have an international impact. And already Russia's cut off channels, the channel that the U.S. did use to tell them that the missiles were coming. Russia's now cut off that channel. I've also seen more coverage about them moving a warship into that area. There's also this thing about this gremlin that they have that can just stop those missiles that were fired. So I think really it could be a test of military wills, a prelude to World War III. I don't know. That's just being over speculative in my opinion. But I mean, it was trending on Twitter. So some people are definitely panicked, like I said. Me personally, this is one of those situations where it's tough. I think there's a lot more people who have a lot more expertise in this. This is something that's been going on 7 years. You know, a lot of the Syrian people are very happy because this is going to put pressure on Assad's regime. You know, for them individually and locally, I'm sure it's going to have a much bigger impact. It's helpful for them. I definitely saw many coverage. I watched Anderson Cooper. I watched PBS just to get a whole rounded opinion. And one thing that, you know, kind of stuck out to me is the people invested. We don't have the same sort of investment in there as the Syrian people do. Trump is talking about, I'm going to help out these people, but at the same time, you know, we're not even letting Syrian refugees into the country. So it's kind of like, how does this make sense? Where is this policy going? Is this distracting from the fact that Russia helped him win the election anyway? He didn't even ask Congress's approval to do this. Like I say, this is one of those situations where we're just gonna have to be on the edges of our seat. We don't know how things could change, shape, or be molded moving forward, but I know that this is something that's very important, and I know for me personally, I'm just gonna have to continue to watch. I can't necessarily give you a whole rounded opinion on something that's so complex and has so many variables and intricacies within it, and I'm looking at the footage like a human person just like you. If there was something I could do and I could help, I would do something, and the president has information that I don't have, and at the end of the day, I'm not in that position, so I can't sit up there and say if, ands, or buts, but based on the history and body of work, this fuck nigga is fucked up, so there's really no point in me having real, hope that this is gonna go well, but at this point in time, I've gotta be on the edge of my seat to see how things develop and be somewhat optimistic somehow, because some decision was made, and people say Obama didn't do anything when Assad did it before, and they re-signed the agreements, and now he's doing it again, and Putin's been over there doing whatever he wants to do. So, it's a really complicated situation, like I said. As black, angry, and educated, we just gotta be on it. I feel like in ways, Syria is very similar to the healthcare bill, and it sounds weird, but you have to think about it. Once again, the Republicans are in power, and Donald Trump has the ability to make decisions. And the thing about the healthcare bill was the bill was so bad that what they put forth, people couldn't even agree with. It was going to cut hundreds of millions of people out of healthcare, and basically everybody saw that it sucked, and you had 8 years to put this together. So the biggest question is that you had Congress, you had the Supreme Court, and you have the president, and you have control of all of that, and 8 years to repeal a plan, and you couldn't do shit about it. So the question is, even if you are given this power, the responsibility, there's no sort of plan. You launch these strikes against Syria, but are you aware of the implications that they could have against Russia, that they could have internationally, that they could have worldwide about just this one decision that you made and stick your head in wherever? But the biggest question is even after the healthcare bill fails and you promise all these people that you're gonna make a plan and the one that you made sucks and is gonna fuck them over, what are you gonna do next? Which is the same thing with Syria. What the fuck are you gonna do next? Okay, you launched these bombs, you said you're gonna make a stand. What's next? What's the next plan of action? These people are in power, but do they even have the intelligence to make the correct decisions? Now, granted, based on the history of work, we know what the fuck's gonna happen, but somehow there's gonna be some learning curve of fixing this shit that's been fucked up. And then some more Trump fuckery. He made it illegal to kill hibernating bears in Alaska. Hibernating bears, man. The bears who just be sleeping and they waiting until they gonna wake up and, sleeping during the wintertime, and then they gonna wake up and have a good meal. He made it illegal to just go in cubs' dens and kill the wolves. You know what they argued? They said, oh, well, we're hunters and we wanna hunt, and we feel that we wanna be able to hunt however we wanna be able to hunt. And what kind of bullshit is that? You gonna hunt an animal who's hibernating? What kind of hunt is that? You gonna call yourself a hunter? Then to make it worse, they can shoot them from fucking helicopters. So you just gonna sit up there in a helicopter, you gonna look down with your sniper, and you gonna shoot down the bear. So what is we really doing? Are you gonna use the bear for food? Are you gonna use the bear for anything? Are you gonna fuck up the ecosystem by killing more bears in Alaska? Yeah, I definitely think that's what you're gonna do, but you're not gonna do anything to help shit by killing fucking hibernating bears. The motherfuckers are hibernating. At least if you're gonna be a coward and fucking kill somebody, at least kill them while they're alive. The bear should be able to be eating and having a little fish, and then, you know what I'm saying? Even though, dying in sleep may be kind of peaceful. That's a side note, but god damn it, that's unimportant. He's just hibernating, you know what I'm saying? Just completely vulnerable. That's fuck shit. That's some more cowardly shit from a cowardly administration. Fuck niggas. All right, what about what's going on in Venezuela? In more worldwide news, they're having opposition because the government essentially made themselves a dictatorship and had all 7 Supreme Court justices make all decisions for all 3 branches of government. So people have been protesting. There's been about 5 protests. The Supreme Court reversed their decision. My bad, my keys was hanging out, you know what I'm saying? I like to have my little flag thing, It's nice. Anyway, because they made themselves a dictatorship, the people opposed it, and they were marching. They brought out water tanks. They're shooting people with water tanks. The government has used some pretty inhumane methods to quell some of these protesters, but these thousands of people are fighting for their right to have a say in the government. And the person who was with the people, with the 2-time president who was in strong opposition of the Supreme Court's ruling, was standing with the people after one of the Supreme Court justices essentially wrote dissertation that invalidated the agreement. Then they banned the former 2-time president for 15 years, which is why they're protesting again. They feel like they're continuing to step on people's rights. Venezuelan people are not giving the freedom that they deserve. And I mean, Peru has already said that they're not even gonna fuck with them no more. They cut all ties to their government after what they've done. It's another tough situation because, you know, Venezuela's going through economic crisis. There's all types of inflation rates. Inflation rates are gonna go 1,000 times what they normally are in 2018. It's just the country that's going through a lot right now. And the people are protesting. But it's good to see that the people are still fighting for their rights. But as usual, government's trying to fuck everybody. But, you know, it seems like a worldwide thing. The American government, there was an anti-Zuma rally that was on Twitter, trending on Twitter for about 50,000 people. I don't know what it's about. I'm gonna look at it. But shit around the world crazy though, man. Venezuelan people are just trying to fight for their freedom. That's it. Is Janet Jackson entering the level of crazy as Mariah now? Now she's divorcing her third husband, this billionaire from Qatar, after we thought she was going to convert to Islam. I'm confused. Then the fact that you had a baby at 50, it really makes me feel like you a fucking alien. Like, you know, that whole tribe, all of y'all Jacksons were like fucking aliens. I mean, my family's from Gary too, so, you know, I know that y'all are somewhat sane. But with what happened in Gary, I know it's, damn. Could be a little fucked up. But anyway, okay, so you break up with this person, you just gonna take the baby, and you just gonna chill. You was like, I'm just gonna get this money from this billionaire man in Qatar. I'm gonna pretend I converted to Islam. I'm gonna keep a low profile. I'm gonna cancel my concert. And then I'm gonna come back with a bang with my new son. That's how it's gonna go down, huh, Janet? I mean, even at 50, you still plotting, huh? You even got you a young man, got you a little 40-year-old. Yeah, see? A bitch couldn't have did a nigga like me like that, goddamn it. I'll keep it 100. I don't give a damn, Mariah, Janet, none of y'all hoes couldn't have got me. See, Nick Cannon, that nigga was smart. That nigga was like, all right, let me slide in. Let me get in here. You got more money than me. Let me get that shit in, I'ma slide. Real nigga Nick Cannon right there. Still doing wildin' out. Nigga kind of a clown, but hey, man, he be getting his money. 100. Get yourself together, Janet. Get yourself together, damn it. Okay, yo, I've got a quick corporate tip for all my people in New York. City Council recently voted 47-3 that it is no longer okay to disclose your salary from your previous companies to potential employers, which is great because whenever you're on an interview and somebody asks you how much you want, how much should you make, you can now tell them that it's illegal, which in my line of work, as I'm on many interviews, this is great. This is something that I love to hear. But more importantly, the great thing about it is for women, actually, this has created a gender gap wage that has actually made women lose out of about $5.8 billion, and based on their previous salaries and not on the description of the actual position. So not only is this a win for us personally who are interviewing, but this is also a win for women so that they can further close the gender gap and everybody can be equal and a nigga can get paid. And bitches can get their Louis, goddammit. On some weird what the fuck news, the CDC reported that a couple found a dead bat, a dead fucking bat, in their Fresh Express salad mix. There was a dead bat in their Fresh Express salad mix. So that means you went to Wal-Mart, you ordered a fresh bag of salad, and in that bag of salad, you had a rabies-infested, insect-consuming ass bat, dead bat, in the salad mix. Contagion-filled, motherfucking, what was that movie about with Lawrence Fishburne, where the bat gave all the motherfucking diseases? Now to make it worse, after Wal-Mart, a credible, supposed to be a credible organization, sent the motherfucking salad mix, and the dead bat was in the salad mix, which I don't even know how that's possible. How the fuck does a dead bat get along with salad? And you package that shit. But then the people ate the salad. And then they had to be treated because they may have had post-rabies because there was a dead bat in the salad that they were eating. So I don't know how big a fucking bag of fucking salad mix has to be for you not to see a bat in that hole. Like, nigga, that's gotta be a fucking salad mix this big, nigga. And even then, I'm still like, a dead bat, I'm gonna see that hole. The fuck? So, I got so many questions. I kind of wish they had video for this shit. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck you eat salad and not see a dead bat? And to make it worse, not only is their stock probably gonna drop from this shit, but these niggas gotta recall shit in Alabama, motherfucking Texas, all in the southern motherfucking conservative belt who voted for Trump. All these motherfuckers are gonna have their salad mix recalled because there could be a dead bat in that hole. Even though them dumbass motherfuckers may need to eat the fucking dead bat with. Maybe they should go anyway, goddammit. Baby boomers fucking slow ass. Hating on the millennials. Maybe you should look at your fucking salad mix, nigga. There could be a dead bat in that hoe. So Kiplinger had an article about some dope places to travel because the US dollar is getting stronger there over the past couple of years. They had China on the list. China's always a place that I've wanted to go to personally. My friend's been there. He said it's a great place to go. With a billion people there, I'm sure you can find something to do. They also had Mexico on the list, which I wanted to visit Mexico City myself lately. and some other places in Mexico that also will be very great. And especially during this time of year, I know it's kind of spring, people are rolling around trying to find those summer vacations. You know, Mexico could be a cheaper option as compared to China. If you do have it in your budget, then you should definitely check out Europe, because the euro is falling, and that includes 19 different countries. So you can hit Spain, you can hit Switzerland, you can hit Sweden, places where, especially Switzerland, where traditionally it's very expensive. In the past couple of years, the per day cost has dropped almost $50 to $100 each year. So Spain, China, Mexico, Switzerland, Sweden were all on the list, but I'll throw you 2 bonus ones as well. You should also check out Australia because it's cheap to travel in August. Melbourne and Sydney I would recommend. Even the Gulf Coast is very nice. It's got great beaches. The Gold Coast, I should say, is nice and has great beaches. Also, you can go to Bangkok in Thailand in August as well. It's also a great place to go. The American dollar is also very strong in both of those places as well. So, you know what I'm saying, there's my little travel advice, little travel tip. You know what I'm saying, go ahead and get lit for summertime. Go ahead and book that trip. What the fuck is going on in San Francisco? This woman posted $70 million in bail. She was accused of murdering her husband with 2 accomplices. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She was a Chinese woman, and she basically posted $70 million bail. Like, who has $70 million in assets? Her Chinese parents just came and gave her $66 million in property, and the rest they just dropped cash. Like, who has $70 million in bail to just drop? Like, what the fuck? That's just crazy. Can I just get one of those? Let me just get one of those. I can show you what I can do with that. And the lawyer had the best comment. Like, this is the problem with the justice system. It's all based on wealth. We have a cash bail system that only helps people who are wealthy. And I mean, that's hit it on the head right there. Like, what in the fuck? Who has $70 million? This sounds like some movie shit. Like, she's gonna get swept up by Batman or something. I don't know. Like, the fuck? Shit's madness. $70 million. Now, as y'all already know, I already had a rant about Pepsi and their fuckery. Just a complete disrespect of the entire movement. Like I say, just go ahead and play the clip. I'll boycott all their motherfucking products. The entire PepsiCo. Is the company the one who's made it? Well, then the company's the one I'm gonna fucking boycott. All that shit can kick fucking rocks, nigga. What in the fuck is this Pepsi commercial? Every black person should fucking boycott Pepsi. They just put a white Kardashian bitch in front of this motherfucker like she was gonna solve diversity by giving them a drink of fucking Pepsi. So we talking about the Kardashians, the appropriators, the stealers, the destroyers of black culture. Look at Lamar Odom. Look at Kanye West. And you gonna have this bitch in the front of our movement? When have white bitches ever had anything constructive to say or do to help any fucking movement? Did we not forget about the 53% of these hoes who voted for Trump? Are we fucking stupid? Pepsi, I'm gonna be real with you right now. You need to issue a statement. You need to say something. You need to do something. Because I'm telling you, every black person right now, do not drink fucking Pepsi. Don't ever touch one of their products. They like to put Muslim girls, you know, who having trouble even getting into the country to take a picture of the dumbass Kardashian girl. They like niggas to dance around like fucking clowns and to give this bitch that. What the fuck? Nigga, this ain't no time for some Ray Shrimmer or I don't know what the fuck they did in the video. I don't care. The bottom line is, if you ever in your life put a white bitch in front of a movement of diversity and expect to give them a Pepsi, to give police a Pepsi like a fucking rally is peaceful, what the fuck is that? Nigga, I ain't never, well, first of all, my angry ass ain't going to a rally, first of all, because I'll kill some of y'all motherfuckers, I'm just going to be straight up. And second of all, when in the fuck did a rally become so peaceful? Like, the police just standing over there cool, everybody happy and dancing around. What the fuck? Nigga, why don't y'all step into real fucking reality? This ain't no women's DC fucking march where motherfuckers handing out pink pussy hats, smiling and having a good time. That's a bunch of bullshit. That ain't no real reality. The reality is the day before when they throwing motherfuckers out on the street and putting journalists in jail because they the ones protesting with the real motherfuckers. Y'all don't want to film that, do you? Just like you don't want to put me on fucking TV, because I'm going to give you the real. Fuck ass Pepsi. Minimum 5-year ban, ho. Is there any more discussion about who the MVP should be this year? I mean, hands down, Russell Westbrook. There's no more James Harden. There's no more Kawhi. There's no more motherfucking Isaiah Thomas. Man, what this man has done over this entire season is record-breaking. It's something we've never seen in 50 years. The man is averaging a triple-double, which is fucking insane. How in this generation can this one man have all these triple-doubles? I know there was a story done by Scoop Jackson, who used to write for Slam, about how this could be the greatest NBA season ever, which he may have a point, but let's focus on Russell Westbrook in the MVP race. And goddammit, there should be no more discussion about who should be the motherfucking MVP. It's definitely Russell Westbrook. There's no questions asked. It's something we've never seen again. The fact that he may be able to do it again, the fact that I'm not even a Russell Westbrook fan, and you know what I'm saying, he's still doing his thug thizzle. It's just respect at this point, man. The man talks about how Oscar Robertson was dealing with stuff during that time that he didn't have to deal with, and how he paved the way. I just got the utmost respect about how he's handled the situation, about how he's gone through everything, KD leaving. He gets a stamp of real, goddammit, and y'all better give him the goddamn MVP or I'm gonna be pretty upset. To all the Russell Westbrook fans who was there since day one, your vision was incredible. It's more insane to think that him, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Serge Ibaka all were on the same motherfucking team. When one person has that much shine and that much glowing potential, everybody gotta have their own space. Harden gotta have his own team. Westbrook gotta have his own team. KD gotta be over there with the thug thizzles. And of course, Serge Ibaka just gotta be over there and be the regular nigga he is, you know what I'm saying? Because he never lived up to his potential. But that's all right. We gonna focus on the fact that Russell Westbrook needs to get his motherfucking MVP. Everybody get right and check them votes for Westbrook, man. MVP candidate, I broke down the situation to you. There should be no more discussion. This is the greatest thing that we've ever seen in a long ass time. Triple-double motherfucker, man. Averaging 30 points, leading the NBA too. And doing it in 10 less minutes than Oscar Robertson, man. Go on ahead and get that man his MVP. So Tyrone Brandenburg, the dude who's the head of the National Parks and Services, the one who Donald Trump just completely dogged because of the photo that showed him he was a fuck nigga at his own inauguration, he had this straight like, look at this fuck nigga face. And let me give credit to Damon Young. He's the one who wrote this article about this, but that shit is fucking hilarious. That nigga's face is just like, bro, what the fuck? Any sort of situation you've ever been in, niggas doing some fuck nigga shit and you and the other homeboy just look at each other like this nigga. Or you at a restaurant with the homies and the waiter does something incredibly stupid, like forget your entire order and y'all just look like this nigga. Or you on the subway and there's a bunch of seats and one person sits right next to you like, this nigga. You be in a club and hearing Bad and Bougie and all of a sudden they mix it with some EDM like, nah nigga, you can't fuck that shit up. This nigga. Or you go to Chipotle and they get real alligator arm with that chicken scoop, you like, this nigga. So those times I went to McDonald's and niggas was stingy with the sweet and sour packets. This nigga. To the bodega man who always wants his extra 10 cents when you come in there all the time. This nigga. Or you get that Uber pool from JFK back to Harlem and all of a sudden you picked up 2 people, 3 suitcases and you're on your way to LaGuardia to drop both of them off. This nigga. Or when you're trying to catch a flight and they put you on standby and want to check in your bag, but you're like, fuck that because you know they're going to destroy that shit. Then you got to call the manager over to break it down and explain it to him. Then you get on the plane and the reason they said they weren't going to give it to you was because of overhead space. You get in there and there's more overhead space than you've ever seen. You sit down and the flight attendant comes back on the plane because apparently they put the wrong person on the flight and you just look at that bitch like, this nigga. And more fuckery from the Trump camp. Yeah, at first I didn't really think this was a big deal, but Mike Pence will not eat with the woman alone because he does not want to be lustful with another woman who is not his wife, which is the Billy Graham evangelical rule. Now, at first I thought about that and I was like, oh, okay, that's still awful, but as I was looking at the article, it was saying how it's looking at women as a sexual entity, saying that sit and have a dinner with the woman and from an intellectual standpoint, from any standpoint, because you feel like she's a sexual entity that's going to lust you away from your wife. That's one point. 2, how can he be a leader? What if it was a black person? What if it was a trans person? What if it was whoever? He would say, I'm not going to meet with them because it's my evangelical rule. Like, what kind of vice president is this? What happens if Donald Trump is impeached for some more stupid shit that he may do, and we got a motherfucking president who won't even sit down and meet with women? What if there's an emergency and he needs to meet with the world leader, and he won't because he has to wait for his wife to come meet with him because he doesn't want to disrespect his evangelical rule? That's a bunch of bullshit. That's a bunch of fucking fallacies. On top of the fact that it's only furthering to objectify women. Just like Mike Pence's hair looks like something from the 18th century, his policies, his practices, and things that he does in everyday life is just like some shit from the 18th century. This man's a fucking nightmare. I can't figure out who's worse, him or Trump. Shit. Fuck ass nigga. Bitch ass Pence. Alright, now let me put on my terrible British accent. And I'm going to have a cup of tea for this wonderful black judge. It was a wonderful video that I saw of this black judge who was just laying down the law in a motherfucking courtroom, and it was refreshing, just like this tea.
You know, yeah, it's time for him to go.
This is about to get good.
And I don't know who he is, but whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile.
Laughing and smiling? Oh, no.
When somebody has lost a family member, I mean, the entire time that Mr. Zucker's sister was speaking, that clown.
A clown. I wish I could see his makeup.
And that's what I'm going to call him, a clown, was sitting there smiling and laughing. Yeah, you can go too.
Oh, they caught that bitch. That bitch can go too.
Because if you don't know how to act, you can go to jail. So leave.
Get up out of here.
Anybody that can sit there and laugh and smirk.
I don't know whether that white dude in the front who's out of focus is either the defendant or the prosecution, but he's just looking like his life is going to end today.
When somebody take her, she's going in the back. She's going in the back. Anybody else want to go? You can go too.
Ooh, they can go too. Ooh. It's getting real.
This is a court of law, and these are very serious matters, and I understand you all are upset because your loved one is going to prison, but guess what? She's going to prison for the choices that she made.
Y'all better tighten up.
These people are here grieving, saddened.
Grieving, saddened.
Because a senseless act took away their loved one, and you all are sitting around here like it's a joke.
It's not no motherfucking joke.
Not in courtroom 502.
Ooh. Not in courtroom 502. Ooh. Ooh, let me get some more tea.
Not today and not any other day.
Yo, it's getting good. Not any other day, nigga.
Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior.
I don't know what that means, but I hear her talking some more, and that's not good for her. She's still talking.
Disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days.
Ooh, 93 days for laughing, nigga? 93 days in jail, nigga? That's 3 months in jail for laughing, nigga? It's real in courtroom 305, nigga. Ooh, nigga. Ooh, nigga. Ooh.
For direct criminal contempt. Anybody else want to go? Try it.
Once again, ooh! Gotta hit the old grandpa dance with my British teacup. God damn! Anybody else want it? They can try, nigga! Nigga. Woo! I guess that shit that make you just start dancing.
Try it.
93 days. 93 days. She didn't look prepared at all for jail.
Oh, my mouth? Well, thank you. Your mouth got you 93 days.
What I hope to be true in this story about my hero is that they were laughing because the drunk driver killed a black man, and it was a generally white family who was laughing at it. If this is true, this makes it all the more glorious to show them that it's not a fucking laughing matter. But this cup is for you, beautiful Black Judge, with your wonderful intellect and your respect to those grieving. This cup is for you.